They say you should keep your enemies close, but what happens when your closest friend becomes your worst enemy? I found out the hard way when Marcus, my best friend of 15 years, sold me out for $50,000. We'd been through everything together. College roommates, best men at each other's weddings, business partners. When I started developing my revolutionary fitness app, Marcus was the first person I told. He was struggling financially after his divorce, so I brought him in as my operations manager, gave him equity, trusted him with everything. This is going to change both our lives, I told him over beers one night, showing him the predictive AI feature that would set us apart from every other fitness app on the market. We're sitting on a gold mine, brother. Marcus clinked his bottle against mine. To the future, man. I've got your back, always. Always lasted exactly 8 months. The first sign something was wrong came when our biggest competitor, FitForge, suddenly announced a new AI feature suspiciously similar to ours. Then our investor meetings started going sideways. Potential partners would ghost us after seeming interested. Deals that should have been slam dunks fell through at the last second. Bad luck, Marcus would say, shaking his head sympathetically. But we'll break through. Just keep pushing. I might have kept believing him if I hadn't forgotten my laptop at the office one night. I drove back around midnight to grab it and noticed Marcus's car still in the parking lot. Strange. He'd left hours ago. I found him in the conference room on a video call. The FitForge logo glowed on the screen behind the face of their CEO, Richard Chen. The upcoming patch notes are in the folder I sent, Marcus was saying. That should keep you ahead of their next release by at least 3 weeks. Excellent, Chen replied. The next payment will hit your account tomorrow, same as usual. I stood frozen in the doorway, my brain struggling to process what I was seeing. Marcus must have sensed something, because he spun around, his face draining of color. James, this isn't same as usual? I stepped into the room, my voice deadly calm. How long, Marcus? He ended the call, shoulders slumping. 4 months. 4 months. I laughed, but there was no humor in it. Let me guess, 50 grand? His silence was answer enough. Get out, I said. Get out before I do something we'll both regret. He tried to explain, to justify the divorce, the debt, the desperation. But I wasn't listening. 15 years of friendship, sold for $50,000. That's what I was worth to him. I spent the next week in a rage fog, trying to figure out my next move. Legally, I was screwed. Marcus had been careful, using personal emails, meeting in person. The evidence I had wasn't enough. FitForge had covered their tracks well. But then, I remembered something Marcus had said during one of our late-night strategy sessions. Everyone has a weak spot. You just have to find it. Marcus's weak spot, his ego, and his new girlfriend, Sophia. Sophia was everything Marcus thought he deserved after his divorce. Young, beautiful, and impressed by money. She also happened to be a micro-influencer with 50K followers who documented everything about her life. I created a fake company called Tech Scout Innovations and had my lawyer send Marcus an official-looking letter. The letter congratulated him on being selected for the Innovator of the Year award, complete with a $25,000 prize and a gala ceremony at the Ritz-Carlton. Of course he'd bite. Marcus never could resist recognition. He RSVP'd immediately, and Sophia posted about it within hours. So proud of my brilliant boyfriend. Can't wait for the gala. Tech innovator, church power couple. I hired actors to play other award recipients and tech journalists, rented out a ballroom, made it look completely legitimate. The stage was set. The night of the gala, Marcus showed up in a new tux with Sophia on his arm, her phone already out and recording. They mingled, took photos, soaked up the admiration. I watched from the AV booth as he gave interviews to my hired journalists, boasting about his business acumen and innovation strategies. The key is recognizing opportunity, he told one camera, champagne glass in hand. Sometimes you have to make tough choices to get ahead. Then came the award ceremony. Marcus sat at the head table, beaming as the fake CEO took the stage. Before we present our award, the CEO announced, we'd like to share a video highlighting our winner's most innovative moment. The lights dimmed, the screen lit up. It was the security footage from our office, crystal clear. Marcus on his call with Richard Chen, selling out our company's secrets. His own voice filled the ballroom. The upcoming patch notes are in the folder I sent. The video kept rolling, meeting after meeting, payment confirmations, Marcus's greatest hits of corporate espionage, all captured by the security system he'd forgotten existed because he was the one who'd set it up. The ballroom erupted. Sophia's live stream was still running, broadcasting Marcus's betrayal to her 50,000 followers. She jerked away from him like he was radioactive, her face a mask of horror and humiliation. This is fake, Marcus stammered, standing up so fast his chair tipped over. This is defamation. I'll sue. Go ahead, I said, stepping out from the side entrance. Discovery should be interesting. By the way, those journalists you were talking to, they're all real. Turns out TechCrunch was very interested in this story. The next morning, Marcus's face was all over tech Twitter. Startup betrayal, co-founder caught selling secrets, ran across every industry blog. Sophia had deleted all their photos together and posted a tearful video about not knowing who he really was. Fitforge put out a statement distancing themselves from him. Richard Chen threw him under the bus completely, claiming Marcus had approached them unsolicited. Within a week, Marcus was unemployable in tech. His LinkedIn became a ghost town. The 50,000 he'd earned selling me out wouldn't last long in San Francisco, not with his spending habits. He called me once, 2 weeks later. You destroyed my life, he said, his voice hollow. No, I replied, you destroyed your life. I just made sure everyone knew about it. James, please, 15 years of friendship. You sold 15 years of friendship for 50 grand, Marcus. That's about $9 per day. Hope it was worth it. I hung up and blocked his number. My company recovered. The publicity actually helped. Nothing like a good betrayal story to get investor attention. We launched 6 months later to rave reviews. The AI feature that Marcus had tried to steal became our signature selling point. Sometimes I think about reaching out, maybe offering him a second chance. Then I remember sitting in that conference room, watching him sell me out like I was nothing. Like we were nothing. They say revenge is a dish best served cold. But sometimes it's better served live-streamed to 50,000 followers, trending on tech Twitter, and covered by every industry publication in Silicon Valley. Marcus taught me the most valuable lesson of my career. Trust is everything in business. And when someone shows you who they really are, believe them the first time. Oh, and always remember to check the security cameras you installed yourself.